1800 hours. Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Humayun Zebabasi. First, the headlines. Prime Minister has expressed the resolve to defeat polio and make the anti-polio campaign a success. Information Minister says mother language is the identity of every individual and it is imperative to protect and preserve all languages. Pakistan vows to work with all developing countries to address the challenges faced by the global community. A delegation of 421 Sikh Yatris reached Darbar Sahib Kartarpur from Lahore today to perform rituals at the site of Sikh religion Baba Guru Nanak Dev Ji. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, Indian troops in their fresh act of state terrorism martyred 2 Kashmiri youth in Kulgam district today. An Afghan aid agency has appealed for cash to help survivors of deadly earthquake. Now the news in detail. Prime Minister Mohammad Shehbaz Sharif has expressed the resolve to defeat polio and make the anti-polio campaign a success. In a tweet today, the Prime Minister said this 5-day campaign began today, aims at targeting 25 districts which are most vulnerable to the virus. He regretted that the deadly virus which threatens the future of our children has not been fully eliminated from the country. A 5-day anti-polio campaign in 25 selected districts of the country began today, according to spokesperson of Ministry of National Health Services. The anti-polio drive aims to immunize 12.6 million children. In a statement, Minister for National Health Services Abdul Qadir Patel said 25 districts have been declared sensitive. He said more than 100,000 trained frontline workers will go door to door to vaccinate children. He appealed the parents to get their children vaccinated during the campaign. He said vaccination can save children from lifelong disability. Meanwhile, talking to media persons in Islamabad today, Health Minister Abdul Qadir Patel says the government has decided to reduce the tax on manufacturing of medicines to 1%. He said the move will help overcome medicines shortage in the country, including life-saving medicines. In a tweet, Shehbaz Sharif lauded the inspirational journey of Ahmed Nawaz, the survivor of the Army Public School massacre, who has become the president of Oxford University's Union. He said great honor and inspiring journey fueled by determination and sheer willpower. Ahmed Nawaz, who survived the horrific attack on APS Peshawar, has joined his duties as president of the Debating Society of the prestigious university. The Prime Minister said Ahmed Nawaz has set an example worthy of emulation by our youth. Minister for Information and Broadcasting Maryam Aurangzeb says mother language is the identity of every individual and it is imperative to protect and preserve all languages. She was addressing the inaugural session of International Training Workshop on Language Documentation at Allama Iqbal Open University in Islamabad today. She said that documentation is needed for the protection of the endangered languages. Maryam Aurangzeb said that about 80 languages are spoken in Pakistan, out of which 26 are facing extinction due to various reasons. She said Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif himself spoke 6 world languages and he is well aware of the importance of language. Maryam Aurangzeb said that the government is striving for a single curriculum on which we are moving forward effectively. She said PTV and Radio Pakistan's platform could also be used to promote the initiative, and this program would be aired regularly to create awareness about the importance of native languages. The Foreign Office says Pakistan stands ready to work with all developing countries, including the BRICS members, for addressing the challenges faced by the global community. Responding to media queries, the Foreign Office spokesperson Asim Iftikhar Ahmed said, "We have noted that this year a high-level dialogue on global development was held as a BRICS side event in which a number of developing and emerging economies are invited." He said China, being the host country, engaged with Pakistan prior to the BRICS meetings, where decisions are taken after consultations with all members. The spokesperson expressed the hope that future engagement of the organization would be based on the principles of inclusivity, keeping in view the overall interest of the developing world. The spokesperson said, together with China, Pakistan has been a strong voice for global peace, shared prosperity and inclusive development. Listeners, this is Radio Pakistan. A delegation comprising 421 Sikh Yatris reached Darbar Sahib, Kartarpur from Lahore today to perform rituals and pay their respects at the ritual site of the founder of Sikh religion, Baba Guru Nanak Dev Ji. The Sikh Yatris are on a 10-day visit to attend the 183rd death anniversary of Maharaja Ranjit Singh. Sikh Yatris would stay overnight at the Darbar Sahib, Kartarpur and travel to Samadhi of Maharaja Ranjit Singh in Lahore after breakfast tomorrow. Pakistan has notified revised control list of goods, technologies, material and equipment for export under the Export Control Act of 2004. In a statement today, the Foreign Office said the notification signifies Pakistan's continuing resolve as a responsible nuclear state to advance the shared goals of non-proliferation and strictly adhere to its commitments. The Export Control Act 2004 enables the government to control export, re-export, transshipment and transit of goods, technologies, material and equipment related to nuclear and biological weapons and their delivery systems. As part of regular review process, the Strategic Export Control Division of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs revises the control list in consultation with other relevant ministries and departments. The ambassador of Kazakhstan to Pakistan, Yerzhan Kistanfin, called on Minister for Science and Technology, Agha Hassan Baloch, to Islamabad today. The minister highlighted the tremendous opportunities for cooperation that exist between the two countries and expressed the desire for a broad-based and deeper relationship with Kazakhstan. Agha Hassan Baloch said that Gwadar Port offers enormous avenues for Kazakhstan for promoting trade with the Middle East and other countries of the world. The ambassador said that Pakistan possesses a remarkable and perfect location on the map of the world and all possible practical measures will be taken to have utmost benefits from this location. China says Pakistan is an important member of the group of Friends of the Global Development Initiative. This was stated by Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Zhao Lijian during a regular briefing in Beijing today. He said that China highly values the important role of Pakistan in advancing implementation of the UN 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. He said that China and Pakistan maintain close communication and coordination. Indian troops in their fresh act of state terrorism martyred two Kashmiri youth in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir today. According to Kashmir Media Service, the youth were martyred by Indian troops in paramilitary forces during a cordon and search operation at Trubji area of Kulgam district. On the other hand, all parties Hurriyat Conference leadership has asked the G20 countries not to undermine the credibility of the United Nations by holding their meeting in the UN designated disputed territory of Jammu and Kashmir. In their statement, APHC General Secretary Maulvi Bashir Ahmad Irfani, Advocate Devinder Singh Behal, Democratic Freedom Party Jammu and Kashmir Muslim League and Jammu and Kashmir Muslim Conference said the Indian move is an attempt to give legitimization to its illegal occupation of the internationally disputed region of Jammu and Kashmir. An Afghan aid agency has appealed for cash to help survivors of deadly earthquake. The deputy head of the Afghan Red Crescent Society, Mullah Nuruddin Turabi, told a news conference in Kabul that cash would be more useful to survivors struggling to make ends meet, and the ARCS could help distribute money if donors were worried about transparency. And finally, the weather report. Mainly hot and humid weather expected in most parts of the country, while very hot in Upper Sindh and South Punjab during the next 12 hours. However, rain, wind and thunderstorm is expected at a few places in Kashmir. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analyses, you can always log on to our website, radio.gov.pk. You can also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.